Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the 7th lesson of Unit 8. So we're coming to an end of Unit 8. We have 2 more lessons after this one, okay? So again, in the background, I have the music that you guys recommended, so enjoy. Before I get to talk about today's topic, which is 2 secants, let's review what we learned for the past 2 lessons, okay? So I have my way of memorizing it, and hopefully it's gonna help you guys too. So 2 lessons ago, we talked about tangents, right? How 2 tangent lines are going to have the same distance if it's coming from the same outside point, touching the same circle. So I call this one, since it's tangent 1 is equal to tangent 2, I call this tan, okay? Or you could think of as TT. T1 is equal to T2. So tangent lines are equal to each other, so TT, okay? Now, yesterday or the lesson before, we talked about this one, which 2 chords, right? I need to multiply the product, or to multiply the segment AE, parts of it multiplied by the other part is equal to parts of it multiplied by the other parts. So we're always product multiplying the parts. I call this PP. Okay, parts equal to parts. You gotta multiply. Okay, so 2 days ago we talked about TT and PP. Today we're going to talk about something else. Today we're trying to figure out secants. Okay, so secants look like this. From outside, A, entering the circle through one point to another. It doesn't really have to go through the center. Okay, so this is called secants. So today we're talking about a method called wee. Okay, it sounds a little funny, but we're gonna get into it. So in order to find either parts of it or the entire thing, there's a formula. It says that AE, so AE, I'm going to use my marker, AE, which is this entire thing, the whole thing, multiplied by AD, multiplied by the outside, the external, of 1 secant is going to be equal to the entire thing, the whole thing, so I'm going to use a highlighter, okay, of the other secant multiply by the external. So I call this method whole thing multiplied. The external is going to be equal to the whole thing multiplied by the external. I call this method wee. Okay, so let's get into it and look at exercise 1 on your paper. It says exercise 2 over here, but it does not matter. Okay, so let's look at what we have. It says RS is equal to 6. So RS, so this is 6. ST is equal to 4. Okay. RP is equal to 15. Okay, so I'm going to use a highlighter here. So RP is this entire thing, which is equal to 15. I am looking for side RQ. X. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in a little bit to see if it's going to help you. Okay. Now, according to my wee, I'm going to write it down. Entire thing multiplied by the external is going to be equal to entire thing multiplied by the external, the whole thing. So wee, let's look at secant RT first. I need the entire thing. They didn't give me the entire thing, but they give me parts of it, right? So RS plus ST is going to give me RT. So whole thing is going to be RT, which is 10, multiplied by the external. We're still talking about the same secant. Do not jump around, okay? So external is RS, which is 6, is equal to the whole thing of the other secant, which is RP, which is 15, multiplied by the external. We're looking for RQ, right? That's what we're looking for, so I'm going to label it as X. So now let's solve for X. 10 times 6 is going to get me 60. 15x divided by 15 divided by 15. Therefore, X is going to be equal to 4. So X equal to 4, that's what we're looking for. So therefore, RQ is going to be equal to 4. Not bad, right? Pretty straightforward. Let's move on. Okay. Uh-oh, this one's a tough one. Ms. Zhang, where is the damn picture? There's no picture here. So that's why we have to draw a picture. Circle O. So let me draw a circle first. Okay, that's an ugly circle. Secant ADB and AEC. I know that I'm going to have two secants. But how do I label them? I know that they have to come from the same outside point. So that means a letter is going to be the same for both secants. So that means A repeated here, A repeated here. So I know that this one has to be A. So ADB, ADB. I want to label my first secant, ADB. The second one, AEC. So AEC. Okay, are drawn from external point A. See, told you, such that D, B, E, and C are on the circle O. If AD is 8, okay, so let's label our diagram. So AD is 8, AE is a 6, so let me get another color ink. AE, this one right here, is equal to 6. EC is 12 more than BD. Uh-oh. EC is this one right here. EC is 12 more than DB. DB. I don't know what DB is. They didn't tell me DB. So that means I'm going to mark this as X. EC is 12 more than BD. So EC is going to be X plus 12. Okay? I know we're having a little algebra in here, but everything should follow the same procedure, okay? So since we're talking about two secants, again, some students are like, Ms. A, I thought it's the big arc, subtract the small arc, divided by 2 is equal to the outside angle. That is correct, but we're only gonna use that when we're looking for the angle measurement. I'm not asking you to find out what angle A is. No, we're not. So I'm not going to use that. I'm finding the length, I'm finding the distance. So I'm going to use my method, right? It's the whole thing. So let's look at the first secant, ADB, okay? The whole thing is going to be the entire thing. So it's X plus 8 multiplied by the external, which is AD, which is 8, is equal to the entire thing of my second secant, which is 12, X plus 12 plus 6, multiplied by external, which is the outside of it, which is 6. Okay, so let's distribute. So 8 times X is equal to 8X, plus 8 times 8 is 64, is equal to, so let's simplify this here first. So X plus 18 multiplied by 6. So this is 8X plus 64 is equal to 6 times X is 6X, plus 18 times 6 is going to be equal to, I think it's 108. Okay, so now minus 6X, so we're solving for X. I have 2X plus 64, running out of space, is equal to 108. Minus 64, I have 2X is equal to 44. Therefore, X is equal to 22. Okay, so now they're asking me for BD. BD is this one right here. Since I marked it as X, so therefore that line segment BD is equal to 22. Okay, and that is the end of today's lesson, which is about Okay, I will introduce another one in the next video. See, now I actually sound like a real YouTuber. Okay, so hope this video helps. Now, all assignments are on Delta Math, so make sure that you check that out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.